much. This is not a quick this is like a brief play-by-play of the episode. So Matt was in the hospital. The power went out. Right? Kingpin had sent somebody to go kill Matt because he's like, you know what? He took the bullet, which just that goes and shows. Wow, what an A word Kingpin is. This guy saved your life, and you're still gonna go send to kill him. That's insane. He sends Buck. I think that's his name. He sends Buck, which is like his new, like, not new, but like Wesley in season 1, and yeah, season 1. He's like his new Wesley. It reminds me of Wesley. He sends him with a needle, not with a needle, but he sends him to go take care of Matt. Take care of Matt. Obviously, he knows he's Daredevil. He says, "Oh, a dead hero is better than a vigilante that's alive." Anyways, Matt is very aware of everything, obviously, and he escapes the hospital. The power went out. Meanwhile, that's when that whole Punisher scenes happens when they see each other. And so then, obviously, the task force goes down to his apartment because the Kingpin told him, hey, go check his apartment, obviously. And to not make it so obvious, Daredevil, Matt, somehow got to the sets up, he's like, I'm gonna set up a team. And he's like, we need an army. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the Defenders. Or I don't know if, look, see, this is where Marvel could do something interesting. They can bring back Moon Knight. But, I mean, Moon Knight wasn't really, I mean, I don't know. Look, they're gonna have to find a way to bring Moon Knight, Punisher, and Ghost Rider in this bitch. Alright? Ghost Rider's gonna have to pop up, and you know what? Let's throw Blade in here. Let's throw Blade in here, and while we're at it, let's also go ahead and throw the Black Knight. Yeah, the Black Knight. We need a European. The Black Knight needs to be in this, so that we have 6. This is gonna be like the people that couldn't get their own movie, so they have to be to get like a TV show, The Midnight Suns. There we go. And Spider-Man's gonna not appear because Sony has all the rights. Sony has all the rights to appearance on live action for Spider-Man. They can only do animated stuff. Marvel can only do animated TV shows. That's why they did that Disney Plus Spider-Man TV show that I did not watch. I did not watch that one. I'm sorry. Let me know if you watched it. Let me know if you thought it was good. I think it's called My Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, but I did not watch it. Something about, I don't know. I only watch Invincible because it's like an animation, but it's animation for like 18 plus, you know. And I mean, look at me. I'm saying I don't watch animation. I watch Looney Tunes. Get this guy. Somebody get this guy. Nah. No. You know what? I watch animation. I was over here by the cap. Alright. But those are my thoughts on the Daredevil season finale. I mean, I kind of went step by step on what really captured my attention. Oh shit. The post-credit scene. That post-credit scene. Punisher is stuck in a cage. They got this guy locked up. They got the swordsman locked up. They got like a bunch of people locked up that were not complying with Kingpin, because obviously he's like, you're gonna go ahead and round up everybody that's not with me. Alright? Because he found out. Okay, so the whole reason that Officer Gallo died was because this guy was about to go snitch. He was about to go snitch to like the fucking higher ups. He was gonna go like to the governor, and then like to the White House, or I don't know. Fantastic Four is gonna feel brand new and fresh, right? But for me, we've already seen that. We've seen the 2005 version, we've seen the 2015 version. This version has the appeal that it's gonna be coming into the MCU. But Thunderbolts is doing it's like picking up characters that were in different films and they're putting them into a group. And I really like how they're doing that. And then I also like what they're going to do with the Sentry from so far what I've seen in the trailers. I hope that he comes back for Avengers Doomsday or Avengers Secret War because that is an OP character to have on your team from what I've seen in the trailers and what my brother has told me about the comics. Alright, that's all my thoughts. I kind of just rambled there at the end about Avengers and Marvel movies. But overall, Daredevil Season 1, Daredevil Born Again Season 1 was a great introduction to the character into the MCU. Real. Because, I mean, they didn't really make much reference, but if you originally followed the creating of this show, it was going to be something brand new. They were not going to bring back Karen Page. They were not going to bring back Foggy. They were going to have him die in like a time jump, and it was going to be like a different actor that was playing Vanessa, and they were going to kind of be like rebooting it. They were not going to count what happened in Netflix. And so I think that they did a great job by scrapping that and bringing back Karen for at least that one episode, and then Karen for at least the finale and that first episode. And overall, they just course corrected because they were gonna have like another show problem like they had been having. Like Hawkeye was not well received by a bunch of people. Moon Knight was not well received. Like I like these shows, but majority of the audience, it did not land with them. You know, people were not clamoring for a Moon Knight season 2 or a Hawkeye season 2, and that's sad because it's. I mean, you know what? It's not sad. This company has billions of dollars. What am I talking about? They just gotta get better writers. They gotta make this shit better. And that's what they did with Daredevil. So that's what I like. Course correction. Alright, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Leave a like, leave a comment down below on your thoughts of the whole entire season of Daredevil Born Again if you watched it. Leave your thoughts about Doomsday, Secret Wars, what you're excited for. Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, or Superman. Yeah, Superman. I know. Superman. I'm excited for Superman. Oh, that's gonna be so good. I love James Gunn. He don't miss. James Gunn don't miss. I am on the side of James Gunn. I love Man of Steel. I love Zack Snyder's Justice